Today, I have a special announcement. Today begins the opening officially of my human design readings. So if you look at my bio, you'll see a link tree. This is just a little link you can click upon to access where you could set up a schedule to have a reading done with me. Now, if you've been watching any of my practical design videos, you see I share about 5 minutes of just interpretation from a random chart, just to give some sense of what you could see in a design reading and how we could use them in making decisions in our life correctly as a unique individual. And so I'm just announcing that my readings are now available. It's about $50 for just an hour of my time. You have my 100% complete attention for this time, and I will share with you not only the strategy and the authority, which is truly the number one most important thing. If your time is accurate enough, we can also get PHS, the health information for dietary regimens. And we'll go over any other little details you want to explore that are relevant for you in your life and for allowing your mind to see what it needs to see. So I'm very excited to share that offering with everyone. However, I do understand that not everyone is looking for a one-on-one intimate experience that can provide radical life transformation. After all, I'm just giving you a simple mechanism for making decisions in your life, as well as recognizing when, where, and how the mind tries to pull you away from your infinite potential. And so since not everybody wants that immediate right now, give it to me straight, but you want to really kind of dive in and explore for yourself, I've created a system that I have just now got organized and structured in such a way that is worthy of at least bringing up, called the Design Logos. This is a wiki, effectively, that will share and showcase what is human design as a knowledge base. And so we begin with stuff as simple as the body graph. This is the basic photo that I interpret from. This shows us the definition that's reliable in one's life, as well as any minor activations. We move on into something called the not self, which is the way that the mind tries to pull us away from our potential. And truly the most important thing in becoming oneself and getting in touch with the unique potential that you have is the strategy and authority. This is the formula for making decisions as yourself. The ancient spiritual practice and teaching of surrender might not have been clear. And so strategy and authority makes the ambiguous idea of surrender into a formulaic do this, don't do that for you. And that can be very beneficial at the individual level when it comes to making decisions in your life. And once you've actually begun the process of following your strategy and authority, you have access to the human movie. This is truly something that goes beyond just rational understanding, but many people have called this free will or the lack thereof. And so in accepting what you are, in surrender, we gain access to a picture that is much greater and much bigger than something we could have individually conceptualized. And you get in touch with your genetic role and your genetic purpose as a part of our human ecosystem and collective infrastructure, as a society, what you mean and what you do, what you provide for other people, your genetic purpose. Once you're aware of your strategy and authority, you can make decisions as yourself, and you will be able to actually fulfill your purpose. And trust me, it feels great. there is this beauty in the concept of free will and the lack thereof that penetrates any of the real challenges we have with that, which is the awareness that abundance is a spiritual matter. You see, what we have thought of as free will is just an attempt of the not-self at controlling your life. But the infinite abundance of your spirit, this is true. And you will learn to see the difference and explore the variability between those two potentials as we tune your primary health system and cognitive architecture, also known as the rave psychology. We even touch into how the individual planets influence their specific activations. Going on to the 6th section, we have the transpersonal mechanics. This is how we come to meet one individual to another, or even in groups, and what happens in a group dynamic, such as in the family penta, where we're accepting the inherent dysfunction we might find, as well as in the engineered penta, where we are learning how to design larger-than-life structures that function harmoniously. And into perhaps my favorite section, rave cosmology. Now this is where we take all the teeny little pieces that make up human design, all the little aspects of this knowledge, and we zoom it out to the big picture. This is really, really cool stuff. I don't even want to dive into too much of it right now because it's amazing. I could talk forever. And going on, I'm going to share more about even a quantum space interpretation of this, where we touch into things that are not directly tied to human design, but are beneficial in the generic life, just in a human being's life, such as clean water, clean food, and good products, for whatever it is you're doing. And another that is dear to my heart and last in this design logos is the 9-centered yoga system, which is something that doesn't really exist yet, but is something that is in the process of being born through our experience of being alive and following our strategy and authority as unique beings. We're experiencing a story that was never before written. And I'd like to be able to do that together as a community, as a tribe, so that we can go forward and not just be individuals floating around in space, bumping into each other haphazardly. And we can actually organize and have a structure to our flow and live the best life we possibly can. And so with the Design Logos system, we're actually offering this wiki, which is going to be filled out over time, as well as a monthly subscription service, a monthly video chat, where we can actually get together and just chat as a group and bring up any kind of questions and answers, whatever you'd like to dive into on design. As a group, we can all dive into. And so this presents an extremely affordable option for individuals learning human design. Because at this point in time, I am offering merely $7 per month to have access to this source of information. And now we're very small at the moment. I haven't even necessarily branched out and brought people in, this is just beginning, but it's a big vision and I'm going to be working on this for quite some time. And so anybody who's joining now will not only receive the intimate attention I can give when I don't have many people looking for my attention. There's only a few that are calling me up now and I have to say, not now, not now, not now. It doesn't happen very often yet. Who knows what'll happen 5, 10, 15 years from now when we're deep into the mutative process post 2027 and individuals are radically empowered in the now, and the old bargain, the old systematic control structures that were built up over the past 400 and even 90,000 years, as those systems break down and we become reliant on inner authority to live in the world. And so that's my announcement for what I am offering now. And we've got $55.55 for an hour of my time in a design reading or whatever else you need. We have a Zoom call. It'll be recorded. You could watch it afterwards. And we also have the Design Logos, which is going to be a gigantic, huge information hub as well as community source for people in design that really want to be themselves and have an opportunity to share what that means with others. Just $7 a month, to get started. These are early bird prices. It will not be this way in the future. Design Logos will always be a little bit more moderately priced. It'll be reasonable. I want everybody to be able to access it. But when it comes to my hourly readings, my time, it's never going to be as cheap as $50 a month. After whenever this ends, once things start to pick up more and more, you know how acceleration with technology goes. The faster we get, the more powerful our technology gets, the faster and more powerful it gets. It becomes exponential in growth. So right now is a prime time. As always, I hope you're doing well. My name is Ian. Take care.